Hey guys, welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and of course I am Dylan. And you know what, ever since Rogue One came out, I had tons of ideas for movies, books, TV shows that they could do. Eventually I decided to take my ideas and make a story of my own and write it down and type it up and stuff like that. And that is what this is. This is a fan-made story made by me. I will narrate it, however, I am not a very good speaker. I am not a very good narrator. I am not an official writer or anything like that. This is just fan made. Of course, feel free to mute my terrible voice and read it, watch it for yourselves. I did make it. I am proud of it. It's a fan made story made by me, and I hope you guys do enjoy that. With that said, I can't put music in these videos because it's copyrights. However, feel free to mute me and turn on some Star Wars music and enjoy my fan-made story. Star Wars The Rise, Chapter 7. A New Path. Jarvis shot by this. Slade? Your Slade? Kevin nods. The Sith Lord took me in, taught me the ways of the Force, and made us call him Father. Us? Jarv says. Kevin nods again. Anyone worthy of the Sith title is one thing, but if you are a true Sith, it shows in your eyes. The one worthy of being Sith Lord is named Prince or Princess. I had a few brothers and sisters while training. One boy who had great strength in the Force, I forgot his name, but he and me became brothers. We cared for one another. He might had great power, but no hate. He was the son of the Sith Lord, his biological son. It's funny, you think with that, he'd be a true Sith, no matter what, but he had not hate in his body, ever. True Sith shows in the eyes. His never did. When I was about 14, it was my big test. The fact is, one of two things was supposed to happen. The strong rule the weak, right? I was up against my brother. I am the stronger of the two of us. It would have been too easy. Kevin starts flashing back. Now that you are strong, I can only take one true apprentice and make you one of the future 7 Sith Lords of the Sith. You must battle each other to the death and claim your title as Sith Lord. As he stands in Sith armor, he raises his blade with a crystal on its handle. It was a silver, long-hooked sword with black handle. The exact same design lays in the hand of his brother. Instead of seeing his brother's face, he only saw a black and red helmet. He puts his helmet on and turns to his opponent. In 3 moves, a slash up, fist to the head, leg under his opponent, and brought up to trip him. He takes his opponent down easily. The Lord laughs. That's my boy. Claim your title, Slade. Finish him. Slade looks down onto the face of his opponent. He only sees the helmet, but imagines his brother's scared face when he was 9 and promised him that he would kill the Lord before he set his eyes on killing him. He raises his blade. The masked figure puts his head down, expecting to be beheaded. Instead, Slade stabs the ground and declares no. The Lord looks at him. What did you just say? I said no! He then uses Force Lightning on the Lord and declares he's not the weak one, You are. I will be the new Lord of the Sith. He was shocked to find his powers were no match for the old man in his throne. Kill your brother and join me as my apprentice, he yells to the body on the floor. In his armor he stands, took surprise by what is going on. He can't even make a move, either his father or his brother. Help me! They both yell. He knows the only chance is his brother and starts to build force energy to take out the Lord of the Sith. But something inside calls to him. More than that, it takes over him. As he raises his hand, a boulder hits Slade, knocking him over, making his helmet fly off. His brother was the one who did it. His brother's helmet showed no emotion, so Slade could not read what his brother was thinking. Good, my son, good, the Lord of the Sith said. Kill him. He didn't move a muscle. Fine. I'll kill you then. As he raises his hand towards his flesh and blood, Slade yelled, Stop! Kill me instead! Dark Lord, let him live. He mulled it over. He laughed. Fed. Okay, Slade, you truly are the stronger of the two, but since you disobey, I will end you. He snaps his fingers, and the guard grabs him. Slade's armor is ripped off by the force, and he is stabbed through the chest. Toss him in the garbage. I was supposed to kill my brother and sisters and become the one true Sith. I could kill the others, but not him. He who showed no true Sith in him. I know it was our father who took control of him that day. Kevin takes off his cloak and pulls back his shirts to reveal a scar. I was stabbed, but the fact is, I was stronger than all of them. I was tossed in the trash as a dead body, and I expected to die, but after a few days my body healed enough through the force. As soon as I was able to crawl, I got onto a trash ship and then headed to a trash plant. I then boarded another ship and got to Jeddah. You know the rest, Jarv. That isn't the worst of it. I didn't recognize him. The body we found was him. Just so destroyed. It's unrecognizable. Whoever killed him buried him there out of respect for a worthy foe. And now I have his blade. This is his blade. I can hear it calling to me. His energy. It wants me to become Slade once more. Jarv, I thought I could run from it, but it's you who should run from me. I am Slade. I could not hide that. I must not only become a Sith, I must become the Sith. And destroy them all. I must put an end to all of this. Goodbye, my friend. Wait, Kevin! Jarv yells. Kevin turns back slowly. I always heard about the Sith. They're not even recognized as a species among the Republican law. It's not that I didn't believe in them, but I thought they were just thugs with no real power to them. Now that I see you, Kevin, you're my friend. I must join you. I will join you on your quest. Together we'll stop them. Please listen to me. Kevin thinks it over. We'll join too, the pirate boss says. These creatures like you must be stopped, the boss says. Kevin nods at this. But one thing must be true. Kevin promised me this. Promise me Slade is nothing. You don't have to beat them as Slade. Stay as Kevin. Defeat the... not by being one of them, but by being better than them. Jarv throws out his hand. Don't let Slade take over. Join me, Kevin. Kevin looks at his friend, drenched in blood and stores from the battle, barely able to stand. Kevin walks down, grabs some of Jarv's blood. Then, his hand, a blood pact. I will always be Kevin. I promise, he says. We're on your side, too, but what can we do now? The pirate boss says. Kevin looks at Jarv. Yeah, what are we going to tell the others? Leave that to me, Jarv says. Kevin nods. Fine, but let's heal up first. He heads to one of the few who are dying. He puts his hand on it. As the man falls to sleep, Kevin's wounds heal, and then he puts the same hand on Jarv. He would heal as well. What did you just do to me? He screams in slight pain, but it then disappears. I can heal by taking. I do this to plants, but never have I done it to one who's dying. However, he was about to go, so we got the last of his energy. You're welcome, Jarv. Jarv nods. Right. The Force can heal. Alright. Jarv grabs a jar and stuffed it with dirt and a box of gold. He then gives the pirates a few credits and tells them to run away, but stay in contact since they want to help stop the Sith. He then tells Kevin to hide the blade. They then travel back towards town. Yeah, Jarv says, so Kevin saved me from pirates. The pirate ship started their own mutiny and ended up crashing. Some pirates got away, as well as us. Okay, and what about our property? Ruby says. We can still throw you in prison. Jarv hands her the jar of dirt. This is what we got. Oh, and this was with it as well. He shoves a box of gold. So we got your property back. Your problem lies with the Hutts, not us. Oh, and we will no longer be working for the Hutts, Jarv says as he rolls his eyes at Kevin. Kevin just smiles awkwardly. Okay, so how do you guys know Lit again? They're my cousins, she says. Oh, they all gather into a bar, have a few drinks, and laugh. The next morning, they wave goodbye. Then Jarv tells Lit and MD3 the truth. They at first don't believe him. Kevin makes MD3 float, and that's the end of it. Okay, so where to next? Lit asked. I have only one place where we can find an ally, Kevin says. Dathomir.